Have you ever felt like the world around you doesn't understand your ambitions? That the values you've been taught don't align with your dreams? That the path you're walking is difficult, but somehow it's the only path that makes sense? This struggle between our own ideals and the world's expectations is something we all face, but some of us confront it more intensely than others. Take Martin Eden, the protagonist of Jack London's novel. A man who saw the world in a unique way, striving for something more, something greater, yet constantly battling the weight of society's expectations. Martin believed in one thing above all else: individualism. He didn't want to conform to society's norms. He rejected the idea that he should live according to what was expected of him. He didn't want to be just another person, blending into the crowd. He wanted to be his own person, to carve out his own path. In one of the most defining moments of the story, Martin decides to leave behind his humble origins and climb the ladder of success. He believes that through sheer willpower, through intense personal effort and self-education, he can transform himself into someone of importance. And so he dedicates himself to studying, to writing, to improving. But along the way, he realizes that success doesn't always lead to happiness. You see, in his pursuit of greatness, Martin faces a harsh truth. The world he was trying to join wasn't what he thought it would be. It was shallow, materialistic, and in many ways, cruel. The very success he so desperately sought didn't bring him fulfillment. It only revealed the hollowness of the values he had once chased. This is where Martin's journey becomes even more important for us, because his story is a mirror of the internal conflict we all face, the conflict between our desire for personal growth and the realization that societal norms and success might not lead to the happiness we expect. Take a moment and think. How often have you pushed yourself toward a goal, thinking that if you just reach it, you'll feel complete? But when you get there, you feel empty, unsatisfied. That's what Martin Eden experienced. Despite achieving the very success he fought for, he found that society's promises of happiness through wealth, status, and recognition were empty. The truth he discovered is that happiness doesn't come from external validation. It comes from internal freedom. The true journey is within us, not in the approval of others. Martin begins to realize that his struggle was never about conforming to society's standards. It was about the fight to maintain his individuality, his freedom to be who he truly was, regardless of what others thought. In this way, Martin's story isn't just about success or failure. It's about the pursuit of personal integrity and the realization that we must trust in our own values, even when the world doesn't agree with them. So when you're faced with the pressures of society, when you're trying to chase someone else's version of success, ask yourself, what does my version of success look like? What are the values I hold dear, and how can I live by them, even when it's hard? Even when it seems like the world is telling me I should do something else? At the end of the day, Martin Eden's story teaches us something essential. It's not about the external validation we receive or the battles we fight in the world around us. It's about how we choose to live with ourselves. It's about understanding that true success comes from within, through self-discovery, personal growth, and the courage to walk our own path, regardless of where it leads. So I ask you, are you ready to stop chasing someone else's dream? Are you ready to stand by your values, even when the world doesn't understand them? Because when you do, that's when you'll find freedom. That's when you'll find the true success you've been looking for.